Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chosen to join me today as we talk to Ferrante, as we talk to the whole of the Principi San Patrena, and I think Mad Morena, I had killed her, but maybe I didn't. Wasn't she the one that was under... I don't remember the name of the place, but under Nekataka, there's this place where there's a bunch of pirates. And I thought I had killed her, but yeah, she's here. Ferrante says, my timing is impeccable. The highest-ranking member of the Council of Captains tugs the frilled ends of his sleeves before offering you a charming smile.
We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
Mad Morena spits at the foot of her chair before storming away.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
He clears his throat beneath your scrutiny. And those crimes would be?
Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo.
And if I remember correctly, Aldis, whom we were working with before, she's specifically defiant because of slavery, and because these guys basically transport slaves. And I think that was one of the reasons, me working with Ferrante was one of the reasons why, I don't remember our companion's name, that was also a pirate. I don't remember his name though. He's an Orlan as well, Blue. And he complained to me that I was working with slavers, and I was like, what? I didn't. This guy basically sweet-talked me into working with him. He said, oh, no, we don't need to worry about that for right now. I think that is the situation. I might be misremembering it. I'm gonna say, so she's rebellious. What pirate isn't?
Oh, there is more.
Ferrante raises a second finger, adding to the list of crimes.
Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required.
In other words, she didn't come running when you called. He grins sharkishly, a third finger held in the air.
Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us.
I might have been mistaken. Was she the one that was doing the slavery? Let me go and check. No, I was correct. According to the wiki, anyway. Ferrante is the one dealing in slavery. I don't know if the other ones are, but, or you're just too weak to handle the Valiant Trading Company's ship hunters. Let's go with that. The captain huffs out a heated breath. A fourth finger joins the others.
Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo. She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principi on multiple occasions.
I don't know what you're talking about. His eyes narrow, but rather than argue, he continues on.
And, worst of all,
he waggles his thumb.
Betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principi in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it. This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Margran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress.
His eyes narrow, ruthless, calculating.
I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo.
Well, we have an option here. I'd say I'm sorry it's come to this, but that would be a lie.
I do know how you hate to lie. So you are loyal to her, and as much a traitor. Ready for fire! Anyone who brings me this boat sausage and 5 ships from my fleet!
Then the captain aims dead for your heart. Oh, do you, Captain? Do you? Well, how about indoor lightning? Do you like indoor lightning? Because I am pretty sure you're not gonna like it. The game is auto-pausing a lot. I'll give you the indoor lightning in due time. That's not gonna go well for anybody here, mate. Nope, that's everybody's stunned right now. Indoor lightning is coming in. No, not chill fog. Let's do the, let's do this. That's the stuff. Those guys over there are just gonna be a nuisance at the end. Everybody's stunned. And there's priests back there. That's a bit of a problem. Everybody's out of order as well, just now noticed. I don't remember what order things were in. I think this is the order. I don't know what happened for them to be out of order, but this game does like doing that. So, honor among thieves. I have dealt with Ferrante on my own terms. The old council leader no longer has any sway on the Principe. Eldis will assume leadership once I let her know the situation. I might not be able to let her know the situation, though, because I'm pretty sure if I do... I'm pretty sure that if I do, it's as if I didn't side with the Ferrante's breastplate. Superb. Grants vigilance. Grants concentration when combat starts. Interesting. Okay, put that all in the chest. There's more things here, though. And people just hanging around. Hanging out. Hanging around? That's basically the same, right? Yep, that went as easily as I thought it would. Oh, they're coming. Hi. Bye. They said Badzo at me. Why? Don't be mean. I'm nice. Sleeve. I expect everybody would turn against me in a situation like this. I'm not really sure, though. Depends on if there is indeed a honor among thieves. Also, these pirates are not necessarily just thieves. It's kind of complicated. It's a very interesting relationship that they have with the Juana and the Valiant trading company. So, let's go, because of, political relationship, I should say. Let's go to Fort Deadlight. One of the first places that we've gone to in the game, but I never remember where it is. I thought it was... Oh, it's over there. F. That's the one. And the ship immediately goes to the bottom of the screen. Our morale is now concerned still. 50 out of 100 is concerned. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Anything that's not 100 would be less than ideal. So, 70 out of 100 being concerned wouldn't be a surprise to me. The game is auto-saving, though, at least once every two area transitions, so I think I'll be okay. With the autosaves, I'm still holding to my quick save. I could save over it, because it saves the previous saves, or quick saves, rather. But I'm holding on to my quick save next to the new director of the Valiant Trading Company. That's where I'm supposed to go, right? The dungeons, the court. Yeah. This is a cool area. It's very similar to in terms of feel and access to all the different areas, to that castle in Pillars of Eternity 1. I forget the name of the castle. The Redrix castle. But I think it's better. I think it's better designed. Are we not in the right place? What is this? Offerings to Skane hang from this shrine. That explains the blood. It's Skane. To the kitchen.
Not happening.
No, it's fine. To command, that's the one. She said not happening because I clicked on a wall or something to that extent. Or maybe clicked twice on the same area. I think that also triggers them to say not happening. I don't know what that sound was, but here we are. Lost another crew to the floating hangman we did, says a rogue. And Captain Eldis over there, of the shiny boots.
Ah, Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances.
She rubs her thumb over her bottom lip, blue and black eyes hooded with desire for bloodshed. For other things.
Would have liked to see Ferrante hanging, myself. I can imagine it well enough, though. For your loyalty, I'd like you to have Scoradeo's Edge. It's been a good sword to me. I know you'll put it to good use. Hopefully by killing more of my enemies. I'll be taking command of the Principe now. I'm calling a meeting of the Council at Dunwich. Sail with me to Dunwich, Lovesome. I'd like to have you at my side when I bloody the place.
I'll sail to Dunwich with your fleet.
Arriving with the full protection of my fleet is the best call. We're off then.
Also because it's just a teleport. And it's faster that way. Nothing has happened yet that would make me think I can still join the other faction. Dance with Death. If I'm to find a way to reach Ukaizu through my alliance with the Principe, then I'm expected to meet its leader in Dunaj. It's time to take on Riven's floating hangman on Fonferros. What? Leader in Dunaj. Yeah. But what leader? Riven's floating hangman. What do you mean, leader? There's no leader. Udita, maybe? Let's save the game here.
What's a good word, Scuttler?
What bounties do we have available?
Your next target is Kuaru, a Huana captain with a black suit. Yourself. Your next suit.
Yeah, I remember why I denied you. I have no idea what's going on. Why I'm here. Was it just a flavor thing? Like, you know, I arrived at Dunaj, I'm in the ports. Instead of actually being a teleport, which is what I sort of wanted. I mean, it sort of was, but the leader should be here. Because look at all the pretty carpets. They are having the same conversation. Two-Eyed Pim is the name of that person over there.
Welcome to Balefire Beacon, Captain. Have you a moment? I'd like to fill you in on our next course of action. Everything we thought was important has changed. If a god is going to kill us all, if he's headed to Ukaizo, I say we beat him there. Either it'll save us, or we'll have a hell of a view to Aora's end. What say you?
It will take some time to refill the Consuelo's vacant seats. For now, those of us remaining are united behind Aldi's. Our fleets will join in the journey to Ukaizo, with the fabled floating hangman at the helm.
I imagine you have a logical reason to believe we could actually sail a ghost ship after acquiring it?
I did think it a far-fetched idea at first.
She nods, scratching the underside of her chin.
Ferrante had planned to use the galleon. It has the ability to manipulate the winds and seas. It could part Ukaizo's storms, allowing us to sail through.
I guessed his aims well enough through his interest in the galleon's history. But it was thanks to your findings in Isaya's tomb that I knew what to look for. It's Lucia's lost sword that's key. She took an undying oath to protect the Engoliero dos spears for the Darkotzi line. If you speak the oath before the sword, the seal on its scabbard will release, drawing Lucia and the galleon to you. Iogure de protegere, mat paladina med Darkotzi, e ure ioste regle, me aurelia Darkotzis ere. Gure cui luretto bon aimo iba feta, e pore pere cue maudicenas fiace, mi converande. First, recover Lucia's sword from Isaiah. Then, sail to the seas. Unsheath the sword by chanting the Darkotzi oath. When Lucia comes for it, kill her, and take the Fonferros. In the meantime, I'll set the entire Principe into movement. Expect a formidable fleet at the ready on your return. We'll conquer Ukaizo and sack its riches. You'll see.
Before I go, I have some questions for you.
I'll happily lend you my ear, and my sword, and other things.
She grins evilly. Why would it be evilly? I thought you'd like to know I helped Mad Morene in the Undercroft.
So I heard. And so I'm impressed. I like when someone does me and mine a favor. Makes me feel real friendly towards them, you know? And I like to give my friends little tokens of my appreciation, like this.
Thank you. Swift Hunter's Garb. It's exceptional, so it's pretty good. Crookspur's a done deal, by the way.
Aye. And quite a raucous it was from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
I always like a good bloodbath myself.
It was a bloodbath.
Some of the freed slaves have already made it here to Deadlight and pledged to ships in my fleet. You did a fine thing, Captain. Don't think I'll soon forget it.
She rubs her thumb over the swollenet around her neck, miscolored eyes looking you up and down. Her lips quirk in a sly smile. How do you plan to capture and then captain the floating hangman?
You'll take the sword to the high seas, then unsheath it by chanting the Darkotzi Oath. When Lucia comes for it, you kill her and take the Fonferus. See? Iugure de prodigere. Now, whether the ship could becalm the seas back when it was still the Fonferus, or whether it gained the power in becoming the floating hangman, crewed and captained by the undead, I don't rightly care. I just want to take and to use for my own gains.
What do you intend for Ukaizu?
We sack Ukaizo. Really run it into the ground. The way I see it, we'll either survive Aora's end to sail off with the riches, or, well, we won't. Regardless, we'll have a hell of a last go.
Some of these lines are just rewritten lines from other dialogue branches. But I suppose that's just rehashing of her intentions.
If we can find and pilfer whatever your rogue god's after, who knows? Maybe us pirates will be heroes.
You can't steal the wheel. It's bigger than Ukaizu itself.
Then I guess we go with my second plan. I do shiver to think how the lost city of gold's going to be ours. At least for a time.
What will the future be? Or rather, what will be the future of the Principe?
We survive at any cost. We expand, conquer the seas. We live free, and we die as we choose. What better life could there be? If we've only got one life to live, no future for Aora, no more chances for our souls, then we may as well relish what time we've got.
Well, farewell. Interesting, we can get that quest. I suppose we could actually do the quest as well. Speaking to Darkotzi Oath before the old sword. Yasir the Baratheon in the hanging sepulchres beneath the sacred stair. Oh, so it does require me going and plundering a museum, effectively. So let's not do that. Let's join the... I keep forgetting. The Valians? No, that's not the Valians. The... Rawatayans. That, no wonder I can remember that name. Let's join the Rawatayans and do other plundering as well, because they're also pretty aggressive, just in different ways to the Principe. So, what are we looking for? Royal Deadfire Company? Nope. No, it is. The Hazanui would like to... yeah, but where are you? Speak with Hazanui Karu at Imperial Command in the Brass Citadel. Now, the Brass Citadel is part of Nekataka. So, off we go. Fast mode activated. Skip mode activated. And now where are we going? To the Imperial Command? Or to the Imperial Command lower? I don't know. I think it isn't Imperial Command. I think it's down there. And that's why I went to Imperial Command. Don't ask my logic. It's very bad. I was wrong and right. See, that's my logic. It's here. It is in not the lower. Hello.
Rautai needs a reprieve from the storms, and Deadfire needs order. And I need your help more than I like to admit.
She bites down hard on the bit of her pipe.
Are you ready to join forces once and for all?
I'm with you no matter what.
Then you must kill Queen Onekaza II.
Oh, what a relief to finally see that bottle uncorked.
Wait,
Which queen was that?
Eyes wide, Shori waves her hands in the air, an obvious signal of distress.
Captain, I say the tribes have lost so much. We might never recover from this blow.
Yeah. Takeo makes a point, Hazanui.
It is the lack of leadership that has brought the Huana here. The tribes will never recover, while the Kahanga sit on the throne. I don't ask this lightly, but while the Queen holds court, pirates and Valian profiteers close in, and my countrymen back in Rawatai see their homes and crops washed away by storms. I know this isn't how you'd like to do things, but it comes down to this: the continued decline of Deadfire or its sudden transformation. This is the only way to forge a stable future for Rawatai or the Deadfire. And I need you to help us achieve it.
She's as still and rigid as her wooden hands. Or hand, rather. I'm not sure that conquering and ruling Deadfire will be as simple or beneficial as you think.
Nothing worth doing has ever been easy. But we must strive all the same. The Huana are a fractured culture, and the Kahanga monarchy is the last tendon holding it together.
I say you do not understand us at all. Never bothered to try.
Takeo shakes his head.
And you are too close to the seat of power to see how it's failed your less fortunate countrymen.
Yeah, I'm with her there, Takeo. She's right in that. Her eyes dart away from you long enough to fix Takeo with a hard look.
The Queen and her predecessors have been ineffectual figureheads for generations. They've left their people vulnerable to the predations of slavers, pirates, and, yes, foreign powers.
She holds her hands out and counts the items off on her wooden fingers.
Once we depose the Queen, we will rebuild Deadfire into something stronger and sturdier.
Hazanui makes a fist with her left hand. You can't just replace thousands of years of Wana culture with your own.
We have done this all over the mainland of Rawatai, where we have forged a great nation from warring peoples.
What exactly is your plan?
On my signal, the cannons of the Brass Citadel will fire, and our ships will bombard Queen's Berth. That should draw enough attention away from the palace to allow you to infiltrate.
Her shoulders relax and there's an intent gleam in her eye.
And if I know the Queen, she'll wait out the danger on the roof of the palace.
She nods to herself before looking back at you.
I advise caution and stealth. The Queen will send many of her soldiers to the harbor, but those that remain will be on high alert.
So you're going to attack a harbor full of innocent people?
We are going to sink Valian ships and damage their infrastructure. Trust me, I want to avoid casualties. I'm sending you to assassinate the Queen because I don't want to massacre her people.
There is... I forget, though. There's a famous... man, I forget. I think this is evoking a specific war incident between two countries or something. Might be, but I don't know which ones though. But this sounds familiar. This specific line. Where have I heard this before? But still, the textual, the story itself in the game, it doesn't need to be a reference to anything. It is what she's saying. I find that it's really interesting how they put, like, this is well deserved. This speech that she's giving is absolutely earned through the game. Like, you might not agree with her for sure, if you want to not to agree with her, or you might just not agree with her on a personal level, but I mean, your character might not agree with her. But the seeds of this specific issue are spread throughout the game, and you can see what she's saying, and to the point where I totally agree with her. The crown is definitely failing the people, and we've seen that more so in Nekataka than anywhere else, but in other places as well. It's also interesting. I don't know what it says on a metatextual level, but it is interesting that the Rawatai are expansionist and aggressive and warbent, but they're also a very different type of empire compared to Adir. But Adir doesn't take place in this game. It doesn't exist in this game, and the Valians are sort of close to what Adir is in the first game, or what Adir is said to be in the first game. It is interesting. What about my ship? It's docked at Queen's Berth.
My cannoneers are the very best. Your ship will not be damaged.
And the prince?
Attacking him will likely raise the alarm, and the Queen is your main target. Still, losing him would be a blow to the Huana, should it come to that.
I remind you that the prince is actually the one responsible for the day-to-day affairs of the crown, if I remember correctly. He's the one that presides over the court in the lower level. So, at the very least, he knows what to do and things, how to work the government machine, as it were. So we're doing this right now?
I cannot let this opportunity escape us, or risk word getting out.
Got it. She glares at Takeo.
Then there's no time to lose.
She nods to a soldier standing outside the door, who salutes and hurries away.
That's the signal. We'll maintain the distraction until you've completed your task. If you need to rest and prepare, the barracks below are open to you. Meet me at the docks outside when you've finished. Good luck.
She crosses her arms over her chest in a farewell salute.
For what do we do this awful thing? All over sand and water, I say. The gods laugh at you, Captain. But I have only tears.
He's gonna have a chat with me, isn't he? That's gonna be interesting. But it's also gonna be next episode, because for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.